moving late. We're running late.
We good. Yeah. I gotta go pick a unit up now and take him to the.
Man,
I'll take
we made it out late.
Hold on.
So we missed the ceremony.
You want me to take him there and explain to him what we did?
That was good. But a nation builder did come up. Hello.
How you doing?
Can I pay you later?
Sure. Just, you know.
I think the
It
one
was
with
good.
the red, black, and
That was
green.
That's a nice mask.
Thank you. He walked across.
The water again?
Yes, and I said, there's no nation builder here. He said, yes it is. Where's your nation builder? I said, all around me. He said, okay, so there is one.
Don't worry about it.
And then there was a guy down in the water fishing. As he started coming across, the guy started coming toward Elder Thomas.
I kind of like that. We make that. I'm gonna make that a match.
It was good.
Yeah, let me show you right quick.
You're gonna tell him about it, Elder?
Yes, ma'am. Look how beautiful this is. Yeah. Can I get two of them? And then I'll pay you. No, not two of these. One of these and one of these.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, good. Oh, I don't have my mask up yet. Yes, I'm gonna take you to the spot.
Okay.
Well, basically, what we were doing is look like all metaphors or like all traditions and stuff. We were using the nature elements, but using some common sense items to represent that which is in nature. And it was really fitting that we were being guided by the ancestors, is the way I look at it. Because I said that a Set and Neverhead showed up, and then I was here, and I had to discuss what I was going to do with them because they're my healing, or they're the one that keep me balanced. At least that's the way I was approaching it. And so what we were doing was connecting the circle, letting know that the circle continues by using the east and that side, and then connecting over to the west and using the river right here, or the water right here, as the Nile. And that center point in the Nile, or that center point in that river, as that connecting point, that staging point where it moves from one phase to the next phase. And we were calling forth that with the four corners. So the water that we were using was in this container, which represented calling the four corners together. And the four corners was being represented by, once they came together, the rope. And the rope was that connection we have between us and I guess for lack of a better word in the other language that I don't know right now, but we would say spirit. We look at it from a different perspective. So I had to have some kind of word that meant we were just like this, with the center of the water was right here. And so this side of it, one side represented the sun coming up in the morning. This would be the midday, and then the other side represented the sun going down. But at the same time, it also represented the change from 1 year, or 360 days plus the 5, to the wet wind pet, the first day on the year on this side. And so that's what we were doing, saying there is a connection, and then there was another word that Mama Lona gave when I had to go and do it.
What's the word?
Changamoto. Challenge.
Okay.
Yeah, because the challenge was to bring forth the connection between this side, and as the sun's coming up for the last time on that 6260, right? But it's not the last time. It's just going to make its way across, and then it's now going to be, when it goes on the west side and then goes down tonight, it's going to come around again. It's going to come up again. Now we're in 6261. So we were making the connection between 6260 and 6261. So what was the challenge? What was the thing? Because remember, when the boat goes down, is that the symbolism? Now don't get cartoonish on me. So when when the boat goes down or when it goes down there, there's a challenge down there. There's
every hour.
every hour. There's something's happening. Something
There's
happening.
something happening.
Yeah. So and the thing is that the protection is there for that, and it's focused on that meeting that challenge because the sun is gonna come up the next day, and most of us say, "Oh yeah, it's gonna come," but it doesn't understand that we don't understand the challenges. We do the same thing. So what was I was representing, coming from one side of the water, representing that, going down, okay, and then facing that challenge. So what was that word again?
Changamoto.
Tangamoto. Yeah, Tangamoto!
Shango.
Changamoto.
Oh, good. Sangamoto. Good.
Chan, C-H-A-N-G.
San. My hearing aids are not in, so
That's
y'all gonna have to
okay. I'll write it for you.
write it down. So anyway, I had to get permission from the two sisters here, and I was calling them at that time, Asar and Neverhead. Aset. That's what I was doing, and because they're there to keep him. One is real ethereal, spiritual, and the other one is grounded. Like okay, here, and the grounded one was saying hello, sort of. So anyway, once I got into, I had to figure out what the occasion was, and the occasion, we got a word for that one too, was to connect the two. And so I had to say, okay, well, I'm gonna start on this journey. My male ego said, okay, I'm gonna do this no matter what. But then my other side said, wait a minute, where's your nation builder? And I said, I went on a dissertation about the incomparable understanding of the way people move in the spiritual space with all. No, that wasn't the question. The question was, where's the physical nation builder? Knowing to us, there was a fisherman who had went out in the water earlier. We were watching him. But, well, anyway, to make a longer story shorter, I went over to the thing where you and others were last year and had, or year before that one was, and had me going down, and you all had my back. And as I started down, I had to remember, okay, am I doing this or not? And then the question was, what's the occasion? And what's the...
Changamoto.
That's right. The challenge is you've got to have a challenge. And there's the individual challenge, as the sister so beautifully talked about yesterday on your program. And then there's the group challenge. But in order to get to the group challenge, you have to go through the individual challenge. And the individual challenge is dealing with the self. And you're the self. So once they got me balanced and stuff like that, then I decided, okay, I can do this, and I was going down. And then as I got down at the water's edge, they was talking to me from above. That's where I look at it. Because I was looking up at the bridge, and what were y'all saying?
We were just talking about why is he going down there?
Oh,
Why
okay.
is he in that
you're
water?
good enough. You can turn them.
Oh yeah. They do it. They do what protectors normally do. Now you sure you want it? They're giving you those words of like, now you sure you want to do this? Now you know this is dangerous. Blah, 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 blah. And so your job at that point is to balance that because you know what the challenge is.
Changamoto.
Yeah, you know what that is. So and there's got to be that. There's got to be that. So when do you turn away from the challenge? Well, you don't, because we're living, and the understanding is that if we are in the hands of the creation and the Creator, and by the names, then what is our mission and what is the occasion? And so I was told to go on, so I did one step at a time. And the sisters here said, as I was walking across, the water was deep at one time, and the current all of a sudden say, It's like, and I went, okay. So then I stuck the stick there. But then all of a sudden, as I got over there, the sisters reminded me when I was coming up on the other side that the fishermen who had been way down there at this time started over towards me. By the way, I had stopped in the middle where the connection point is, and did physical signs of our symbols of prayer or relationship with that, which is greater than you, and relationship with the one. So, and as I did that, then as I looked up, you know, he was over there, and I was like, wow. And so he said, how's it? Something about how you doing? And you go, what you look? I said, I'm doing as good as you look. And he just really like, oh, he like that. He was like, so it was like good. So anyway, as I came across, we came up on this side, and now I'm talking to you about it. And then this afternoon we'll be connecting the rope at the Tekken obelisk, and for other folks, the George Washington Monument, or some other folks could stick in the middle of the park over there, Kwanzaa Park. There's a white thing that's got a point on top of it. But by the way, there's a capstone on it, and the capstone was important. So, and then this evening when the sun goes down. So thanks for. I hope I didn't like ramble on. You want to see the area? You can.
Yeah, I'm about to walk down there right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I want you to see that.
Huh? Thank you, sisters.
Oh,
can I get? Oh wait, put my mask up. Can I get a hug?
Text me the picture you took.
Oh yeah, and I took some video too.
Oh, okay. Text that too.
Okay.
Okay.
For the kids. Got our own gun.
Huh?
Got our own gun.
What happened? Oh, it's a game. I can't see it. Because I don't have my glasses on. I got to get my glasses.
I'll show it to you later.
Okay. Mama Lona, could you put this over there? Please?
All right, we're gonna walk down. We're gonna walk down to the area. I can show you. I can at least do that. So I finished the show, and I thought it would be about 10 minutes to get here. It was actually 20, and then on top of that, no, you need to take our yen day.
Yeah, I'll show you. Wait a minute. Once I counted the thing.
All right, Elder Tony gonna give us a tour.
I can go. I counted the thing. Oh, here's the biking person. Whee! They all bring the dogs now. Did you watch the Game of Thrones?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
If you watch the Game of Thrones, then you would know what was going on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right here. And I think it's 8 on that one. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it might be a little bit more. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Yeah, it's about right here. The fisherman, he might still be here. You see him over here?
Yeah. He down there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, anyway, we was on this side, across from over there, stopped in the middle here, and then went up on that side over. Oops, on that side over there. This park.
So you went from that path down there. That path right there.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. We used to do that long time ago. Our path was really on this side when there were boulders going across. And this is where Elder Kelsey and all of us went across the water here, and they've taken all of that out. The bridge was different then. That tree was alive. You know. So anyway, what we were taking a look at is the sun coming up over those trees in that field over there, using this as the Nile. You know, most of the folks was on the east side of the Nile, and they used the west side of the Nile for something else. So with the two sisters were here. Mama Lona was over there, and Mama was over there, and I was here. The four corners water thing was here. And as I entered the water, it's deeper over there. And in the current, you can see the current from here.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of got me there for a minute. And then, you just like anything else with danger involved with life. We call it danger, but it's really, it's really part of life, because if you don't have that part of life, then you don't move forward. You get frozen or stuck. And so you have to overcome the danger and the experience with others and life and stuff, and with the self. The sister yesterday just had, and the day before and the day before, so on the programs was like, oh, excellent, talking about the way I understand it is their relationship with self. And the relationship with self, most folks may see it as because she said she had to get by herself, if I'm not, or get rid of herself, something.
She had to get by herself.
Yeah, but
be alone.
Now, no, see, that's not the way I see it, and that's excellent that you would say it. So by herself, let's use the other word for by, not by yourself, meaning you left the self. You were standing by the self. In other words, you got by the self. For me, this is me, okay? Myself, the self is here, because the self is spirit. It's that spirit. And if I'm not in relationship, I'm not in balance with self, I got to get by self. So I can, I got to pull away. What are we doing, self? I mean, and that's what was going on here. This relationship between the year 6260 and the year to come, 6261, there's that point at which they interconnect, as we would understand it. But it's still going on. It's the same thing. But sometimes in order to understand things, you have to step away from it, so you can look at it or not be so whatever with it. But at the same time, it's helping you understand the self, or understand yourself, because myself, and is different from yourself, right? I don't know. That's a whole another thing. But the approach to it is almost like this cable holding up this side of the bridge. Each of these different turnbuckles is its own self, but all of them are a turnbuckle that hold up the cable. So in a sense, they're connected like that. And I was looking at it like that. And what they're holding is this piece right here, which is just showing that connection. So if the nuts or bolts on this one get a little loose, how does it get tightened? See? Spiritually now, we would have to tighten that ourselves. If myself I got disconnected from myself. Because you don't want it to unscrew all together and then fall away. That's a total disconnection from yourself. And you really want to have that connection there. So this is where others come in, In this particular case, the physical case, we're the others. We see the bolt, we go, okay, we can put this thing together, we can tighten it up. So I think that's an interesting conversation that all the ladies and the gentlemen had on the program. So hats off to you, and let me get my hat off, because I said my hat's off. My hat's off to you and Brother Kwame and Sister Yabita and all the others who have been doing this, because the conversation has been immaculate, and that is a conception. Okay, I ramble now that I'm getting like, whoo. So we got a rope that shows the connection, and that's a black rope, and that's going to travel with us the rest of the day. And then we also have the four-corner jar. When you see the four-corner jar, it would be, that's like a real ritual thing, meaning we're calling the four corners together. And then once the four corners are together, then we switch to the circle jar, the one that shows that we're a circle. So, if there are any questions, you can forward them to Brother Hachim. I gotta go.
I understand.
Oh, and this space here, we used to always do stuff. The plate had opened up the the King Arts Complex, which I've got pictures now on the on my I don't know what you call that thing, on the Facebook page. But anyway, we rehearsed that right over here. We also used to do ritual down there by the tree down there, that taking that path down there. The water and stuff was much higher then. You good? So yeah, this was a real nice place for us. And when we crossed over there, we knew we was in Bexley. That's Wolf Park over there. Have you seen that field? Yeah, that with the sun coming up over that tree. Mm-hmm. That's something. We go out that big wide field, and in the morning, really in the morning, the fog lays on the ground all the way over there, and that thing's coming up. You know, come over here. Well, thank you, brother. I gotta go. I have to take somebody to work. Oops. Oh, did you see that?
What?
I think we're down in the hole. I'm trying to get it again. See, I'm trying to act like I don't need a cane, so I'm using these steamboats.
All right, so
I ain't fooling nobody.
We'll catch up with y'all at noon. I'm gonna probably put on a little digi TV until then.
I'll be at Tech.
You gonna be at the Tekken?
Yeah, the obelisk and the George Washington Monument. You stick with a little yellow thing on top of it. Okay. You know, everybody's got their different things to say.
I'm gonna take you over here real quick so y'all can see.
Oh yeah, please go look at the bike. This part.
And here is the path down. Give y'all a couple minutes to meditate here. All right, family. We'll catch you at high noon. Hopefully, if I'm able to get out. But if not, they will be over at the Kwanzaa Park if you want to join and continue with the ritual. All right. Peace. Can't stop it like that. I forgot.